All right, so we're gonna get into the makeup. To begin this part, I'm gonna talk about one of the PR packages that I received because it's actually from You to the People, and I've got it right here. And I just want to throw on some of their products because I have them now. So let's get into this because I actually have an issue with Youth to the People. I'm a little upset because these two things are the same but different, and I'm a little confused why. Um, let's start with the obvious difference, the fact that one is shorter than the other. Now, they do claim to have the same amount of product, and I'm going to show you guys why they are different. This is the original one, and it comes with a pump on the side and the refillable glass bottle. Now, the new one that I just got sent comes with the pump already installed, which I am not a huge fan of because this happened. And I'm not sure if it's just in transportation in the box that I got or if this is a common issue for a lot of people, but sound off in the comments if you ordered this or purchased this at a Sephora or something and this is happening to you, because I really don't appreciate having the pump already installed because you're going to have this regardless. Like, you're going to have this leaking for transportation, which is not great. It's not very sanitary, and I'm not super happy about that. And I do really like the cleanser. Some people say it makes their skin dry. It doesn't make my skin too dry. I enjoy it. But I also have oily combo skin, so if you're an oily person or a combo person, this is a good cleanser for you. But come on, you guys. I know it's probably cheaper to install the pump than throw it on the side, but I just feel like it's better overall because now I'm not getting this little lid where I can take this whole thing with me and just pour it out. I have to use the pump, which is not always convenient. So yeah, I just feel like this little switch to pre-pumped packaging is not my favorite for obvious reasons. But enough of that. Let me just go ahead and put on the other product that they gave me. They gave me a Superfood Air Whip Moisturizer Cream, which I do like. And they gave me Skin Drop Smooth Glow Serum. So since I already have these open, I'm just going to go ahead and put them on. But I just wanted to shout out you to the people and say thank you for sending this to me. But can we work on the packaging? Why did we switch it up? Don't fix it if it ain't broke, because now it's broken and leaking. So yeah, just a little note. But let's move on to the next thing. Since I don't have any new makeup products, I'm just going to throw on my base, and I think I'll come back and show you guys how I do my eyeshadow. I might do one eye off camera and then show you how I do the eye look on the other eye, but I'll see how I feel. I don't really know yet. I might just want to zen and listen to music and apply the makeup, but I'll show you guys along the way what's happening. Okay? Okay, bye. Quickie Concealer, my biggest pet peeve. I hate this. All right, and we're back. This is the eye look. I'm going to show you guys everything I did to complete this look, and you can follow along so you can get the same look. I really was just going for some brownie blue type of vibe because of my top. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna be using, let's see. First I went in with this brush from Trixie Cosmetics. It's just a little wedge brush or a little smudge brush. And I'm using this really old palette. This is a Vuset or Viseart professional palette. It's in the shade Neutral Matte. That's what it looks like. Obviously, it's been around the block. I broke the entire lid off. But I'm just going to take this little smudge brush and I'm going to dip into this. Actually, let me stop. Let me hold on. That's not what I did first. First, I took this fluffy brush and then I put it in this shade down here. It's kind of like a medium tone. Not too dark, but not too light. It's a little on the gray side. And I'm going to buff this starting in my crease, and I'm just gonna pack it first into the crease and then slowly just diffuse and blend that all over. This is gonna be our transition shade. So as you can see, it's just slowly defining my eye. Now we can start some windshield wiper motions and really just get that blend nice and soft. We don't want it super harsh. And this is setting the stage for our eyeshadow. I'm going to bring it a little bit into the brow bone, but not too much, just a little. And then I'm going to blend it over here, making sure I leave enough room between my eyebrow and the shades so that we have some highlight. And I'm just going to slowly diffuse that up here. Like that. And I'm going to just dip in a little bit more and just redefine the center a little bit, because I really want this to kind of be deep right up in here. Okay, so now I've got it where I want it. I'm gonna take the little smudge brush and I'm gonna go into this slightly deeper shade, this deep brown right here, and I'm gonna get up close in my hand mirror, because what we want to do is keep our eye open. And I'm just gonna basically create a new crease, or like a new lid right above where my actual eyelid is, and just slowly trace that all the way around, and then kind of bring it in a little higher than my natural crease as well. And now you see I have this like false crease line right here. I'm just gonna define that and make sure not to go too low, but you don't want to go too high either. You really just want to define that one spot. And this works out really good for people who have hooded eyes. I have hooded eyes, so I want to make my crease a little higher so that you can actually see the eyeshadow when I keep my eye open like this. So yeah, that's the whole point for that. Now that I defined that crease a little bit, I'm gonna dip in a little bit more, and I'm going to connect my bottom waterline here to the top crease up here. So we're just gonna go like boop, 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 boop. Like that, and then connect it with the top line. Like that. Make sure it's kind of even. You want to make sure you're looking for symmetry. Okay, now that I feel like I've defined it with that, I'm going to take an even smaller smudge brush. This is a Morphe M508 brush. And I'm going to take this with a little bit of black and a little bit of brown. I'm just going to dip between the black and the brown a couple times. More brown than black, though. I really don't want too much black. And then I'm going to do the same thing, but make sure I'm being very particular about where I place this, because I don't want it to go too far. I really just want it to be slightly more defined. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with the same smudge brush from before, but I'm not going to add any more product, and we're just going to start blending because we don't want it to be super harsh. Okay, and now that we have that nice and defined, we're going to take some concealer, or I'm going to take this nude Danessa Myricks Color Fix paint, and I'm going to apply it with this little flat brush, and we're just going to tap along that and cut out this crease. I don't want it super harsh, but I do want it to have some contrast. And you are going to want to blend that down into your concealer that you put down here, like all right in there. So I'm going to take this JCat palette that I have, and I'm going to do this bright blue. We're just going to plop it right in the center. And you really want to pack this only in the center because we're going to diffuse it on the edges, because I really want it to have like a halo effect. Like I want the center to be the most pigmented, and then I want it to diffuse on each edge. Okay, and I'm going to take a smaller fluffy brush and start blending the edges of that with some more of the pigment. Now once that's blended, we're going to go in with a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to take the white shade from this palette, and we're going to go over what's left. And you can be kind of messy with the white because we're going to go back and define the brown parts. But I just want you to set everything with the white. Especially this inner corner, you really want to pack it in here with the white. So it just makes everything pop. Okay, and now that we've done that, we're moving on. We're gonna get some of this Trixie Cosmetics. It is their brown gel liner. And we're gonna take a small little Trixie brush. And I'm gonna just go over and line this. And then I'm also going to define the crease again with this. Okay, and now I'm going to take some of that Danessa Myricks Color Fix, and I'm going to line my waterline. And now we're going to take that same smudge brush from before. We're going to add some of the medium and dark brown and buff that below. And final touch, we're just going to add a little pop of white to my brow bone. And I'm going to take another pencil brush and just add a little bit more white up here. Don't forget to put your lid back on your Trixie Cosmetics gel liner, because I've already had 2 of these dry out because I didn't put it back on, and I hate myself for it, but I'll just have to buy some more because they're really good. Okay, now I'm gonna add some mascara. This is the Full-Time Color Stay Revlon mascara. I've really been loving it. It takes about 2 layers to get nice and full, but I like it. Setting spray, Trixie Cosmetics. They came out with a bigger bottle, and I think it's the same formula, but I love that there's a bigger bottle now. Ugh, it literally smells so good. It smells like peaches.